Good morning. On this sunshiny day, we come to you with the tip number 4. Today we're going to continue what we were talking about last week about the need to listen to English. And I wanted to explain to you a little bit why that's so necessary. When a child is born and they begin to grow, they learn what we call their mother tongue. That's the first language that they come in contact with. And after a number of years, they begin to develop what we generally would call a block for the other languages. And after the age of 6 to 10, a human being will have this somewhat difficult block to learning another language. And of course, depending on how many years has passed since that time, you will have naturally a little bit more difficulty to absorb and learn a new language. The only way that I have found that is effective in combating this problem is contact with a language. If you want to learn English or any other language, you have to be in contact with it. Otherwise, it's impossible for your mind to absorb what you need to learn to speak. Because speech is something that you hear. You have to listen to it. So I want to continue to encourage you, please, be in contact with the language as much as you can. Replace the music you listen to. Listen to only in English. There's hundreds of different varieties of things that you can listen to. You can listen to sermons. You can listen to lectures on health, on science, on hundreds of different topics. You can listen to really good speakers that enunciate their words in such a way that it's clear what word they're talking, what they're speaking. And it's also a good idea for you to be in contact with the different styles and accents spoken all over the world, because you might understand me and then go off to Australia and hear a different accent, and it just throw you for a loop because you're not understanding. It's not the same sound. They add a little extra flair to their English. And of course, the English spoken in different parts of the United States, in England, in Scotland, and in lots of other countries. They have a little different accent to them. And so if you are listening and you get used to hearing a number of different accents, then it makes it a lot easier when you really need to use your English. So I want to encourage you, continue to listen. I wanted to also encourage you, do not listen trying to understand what you're hearing, because understanding, it comes naturally. When you are studying, you learn vocabulary, you use your dictionary, you read. Those are the times when you want to try and understand what you're coming in contact with. When you're listening, you want to just have fun with it, because it puts your brain in a different perspective, and it makes it a whole lot easier to learn and to listen, to understand what you're listening to. So find a topic that interests you. Maybe to begin with, something that you know a little something about, but don't worry about not understanding. Once you've learned some words, then you'll hear them once you know. So have fun. Remember, English doesn't have to be hard. And if you keep it in mind that it can be fun, learning can be a lot easier. See you next week.